Welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of the Skoda Superb 2016 reversing camera installation. In this video, I'll show you how to route the wiring from the rear boot all the way to the front fuse box step by step without damaging any trim. Let's get started. Start by opening the boot fully and making sure you have enough space to work comfortably. We'll begin by removing the rear boot trims to gain access for the wiring. The plastic tailgate trim around the rear window is held in place only by clips. Using gentle, even pressure, carefully pull the trim away from the tailgate. As you can see, these clips are positioned all the way around the trim, so simply work your way around and it should come off without too much effort. Here's how it looks once the plastic tailgate trim has been removed. Next, we need to remove the inner boot cover. This part is also secured with clips, so again, carefully unclip it around the edges. However, important note, on this version of the Skoda Superb, there is an electric boot opening and closing switch. Before fully removing the cover, we must disconnect the wiring from the switch. To unplug the connector, press the safety clip on the plug. Once the clip is pressed, the connector will release and slide out easily. Now the cover can be completely removed safely. As I mentioned earlier, I already installed the camera itself on a different day, including all the connections in the boot. So in this video, I'll focus only on routing the wiring from the boot to the front fuse box. The cables are already prepared and waiting here in the boot, and now we'll run them through the car step by step. As you can see, one of the cables, the brown one, is already connected to earth in the boot, so that part is done. That leaves the remaining cable, along with a few others which still need to be routed through the vehicle towards the front. Now, to prepare a path for the wiring, I'm going to disconnect the rubber wiring grommet between the boot lid and the car body. This is the rubber pipe that protects the factory wiring, and we'll use it to pass our camera cables from the boot into the car body. First, carefully unplug the rubber pipe from both sides, from the boot lid and from the body. This creates a clear passage for the wiring. Because there are several cables, I'll wrap them together with tape. This helps keep everything tidy and also covers any sharp edges on the wire ends, which makes feeding them through much smoother and safer. One of the cables has a large black plastic connector, which is definitely too big to pass through the rubber pipe. So I'll remove this connector first. Very important here, before removing it, make sure you remember exactly how it's connected so you can reinstall it later in the same position and same slot. Feeding the wires through the boot and rubber pipe. I'll start by feeding the taped cables through the opening in the boot lid, just behind the rear trim and along the metal frame. Next comes the rubber pipe. There isn't much space inside, so simply pushing the wires by hand won't work. To help with this, I'll use a flexible elastic trim as a guide. I attach the wires securely to one end of this trim using tape. Then, very carefully, I push the trim through the rubber pipe, making sure not to damage anything inside. Once the trim comes out on the other side, I untape the wires, remove the trim, and simply pull the wires through. This method allows the cables to pass through the rubber pipe smoothly and safely, and the result looks much cleaner and more professional. Once the wires are through, I reconnect the rubber pipe back into position. Now that it's time to guide them further forward, I use the same flexible trim again, tape the wires to it, and push everything through the next opening in the body structure. From the other side, I can grab the trim and pull the wires through. However, to access this area properly, I need to partially lower the headliner. This gives me visibility and access to catch the wires on the other side of the hole and then route them neatly in the correct direction. At this point, the wiring is successfully inside the body of the car and ready to be routed towards the front and the fuse box. Now it's time to route the wires across the car to the other side. We'll run them between the car's structure and the headliner, so they remain hidden and clean. When we reach the other side, we need to remove one of the plastic side covers, which allows access to route the wires along the left side in this case. From there, the wires are tucked neatly along the side, under the fabric seat panels and along the door pillar, going down towards the door seal. The door seal is also partially covered with a plastic trim, which we can slightly lift to slide the wires underneath. Before feeding the wires, I taped them together, keeping everything neat and secure. Then, carefully, I routed them forward, following the same path from the rear to the front of the car, hiding them under the plastic covers alongside the factory wiring. At the front, near the glove box, I removed the side cover to provide access for the wires. This cover, like all the others, is held in place by clips, so it's easy to lift, place the wires, and then secure it back once done. While routing, I also secured the wires with cable ties in critical points, like along the door seal, to make sure everything stays in place and looks professional. Once the wiring is fully routed, I reinstalled all the plastic covers to their original positions. This includes the cover in the boot, the side trims, and the boot lid itself, all snap back onto their clips. In this version of the Superb, don't forget to reconnect the electric boot switch before finishing. At this stage, the wiring is fully in place and ready for the next step, connecting it to the media control panel and fuse box, which I'll cover in part 3.